So out of that rehab, you clean and sober since that?
No. No, that was the Fox thing was a year and a half later. And then I got sober after that in LA. And then I had about 6 months in LA. And I remember and I went right out and I got beat up by a father and son.
Wait, what?
Holy shit. I think I was drinking when I did the crab feast because I think that was that weekend where I got beat up by a father and son.
So you left the crab feast and went
that
and got
night. Well, I
beat up?
tried to find Coke in Koreatown, I think.
This is your post-crab feast episode you're telling me about right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Or that weekend.
Why Coke in Koreatown?
I literally Googled where's the best Coke. And I couldn't buy cocaine.
That's on Google.
Yeah, I couldn't buy it from. I tried to buy it from what's the burlesque place in Hollywood?
Oh, the old school place.
The old school place that's on Hollywood Boulevard that I used to live right.
Courtney Love used to dance there.
Yeah.
Jumbo's Clown Room.
I tried to buy there. I remember the bouncer. I kept asking him, and he didn't know. And he had a really nice body, so I kept complimenting his body in hopes that would but man, you work out. You look great. He goes, thanks, man.
Like, all right, I got a kilo.
I want to go try. I'll try. So he kept trying because I kept I kept complimenting his pythons. And then I remember I was downtown and Koreatown, and these two cholos came up to me, and they and I'm talking fucking long white shorts, long white shirts and fucking jean shorts, and they were not fucking around. And I was passed out on the floor, and
of what? Where?
In front of the 7-Eleven, and.
That's called a sidewalk.
Yeah, it's because it's a sidewalk. You're right. That's a sidewalk.
The floor would have been inside the 7-Eleven.
Sidewalk. And then and then there was somebody. A couple tried to help me, and I remember the two dudes. The other guys were like, "Why don't you give us money?" And then this couple they didn't help me, but he goes, "Because he needs it. You guys don't need it." And they were from the street, and I was like, "I'm gonna get fucked up from this." They left, but then they started cursing at me and flipping me off. So this is how bad it was. I couldn't get up, so I just lifted my arms up to give them a double finger from them. So they came in, they started stomping me, and I heard one of them said, "I'll help you, Dad." So they started kicking me. And I swear to God, I brought a family together. That's what I said on stage. And I swear to God, this is the craziest thing, and this is all fucking true, is that I had eaten at a Korean barbecue right before that because I couldn't find Coke. And I was literally trying to find Coke
best Coke and best barbecue.
I was trying to buy Coke. I was literally trying to find Coke by sticking my thumb out and waving cars down and being like, "Could you have Coke?" And one guy gave me an orange because he thought I was homeless. So I was like, I'm at this barbecue place, and I guess I tipped really well. Because then I was getting beat up on the street, and then out of nowhere, my fucking Korean barbecue waiter.
It's like a fucking movie.
I swear to God. Yeah, Harold and Kumar go to detox, and they fucking, and he fucking fights them off for me and gets me up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then I remember, then the cops came.
He's like, "I wasn't here for you. I was here for some scratch-offs."
They handcuffed me. They left, and the cop, LAPD, was a really nice guy. He's like, "I want to press charges," and he goes, "Dude, you're fucking publicly intoxicated. We're going to have to arrest you then." And he's like, "I can just let you go." And I was like, "Okay." And then I got in the cab and I started bawling hysterically.
Just crying.
And then the cab driver goes, "Get a hold of yourself." And then
Which is the name of my album, by the way, available on RyanSickler.com.
So then I got home.
He's fucking clowning you back there. You're just been through hell.
So then I went he was disgusted. He was disgusted. He was an older Mexican man who had a family,
pussies.
And he was like, "Oh, get a hold of yourself." He was right. I should have gotten a hold of myself. And then I got home, and then my friend Andy Haynes is a comic who I still owe everything to. We poured all my liquor out. And then I was sober for 2.5 years, and then I ended up.
You're telling me the night that cabbie told you to get a hold of yourself, you went another 2.5 clean?
I spent the next day drinking whiskey and watching Bloodline.
All right.
And then my manager at the time came over with all my mail, which it never was very bizarre. And, it was, he was trying to help too. And then I remember I went to that club Sanford and Sons that weekend. I had one of the worst weekends of my life. And then after that,
That's
2.5 years.
Stanford and Son. Where's that? Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one where like they fuck everybody on money and shit.
I've never been there. Was that right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it did. I mean, UTA reimbursed me. But yeah, I mean, not to speak ill of the dead, but yeah. They did. I mean, that was just blatantly I did. They did. I'm not trying to like, because I think that guy has passed on since then. But yeah, I did not get the check but that's like everybody. Nobody got the check that they're. It's kind of like a fun story now. It's like a Johnny Appleseed. How'd you get fucked over? How'd you get fucked over?
Yeah.
So then, I went 2.5 years and I was having panic attacks. So I got prescribed Klonopin. And from the Klonopin, I, picked up again. And that was crazy. And then I've been sober since then. I ended up in the ER from that.
From what? The Klonopin?
Well, I mean, the person that I was partying with had told me, no, not the Klonopin. I had Klonopin for like 3 days.
Well, I'm asking
and then I Klonopin,
why.
and then I had a Bud Light after a comic book show that Friday night, and then that lead to me wanting to get blow. And then after that, I ended up partying with someone, and she told me, "Oh yeah, it's all blow," and it ended up being
meth.
It ended up being meth, and then I ended up in the ER the next day.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
so I'm asking because and I'm ignorant to a lot of these pills, but isn't Klonopin one of those ones if you mix with alcohol, like it can kill you in your sleep, or it's like a.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
I kind of.
That's why I asked. So wait,
Yes.
you do. How much meth do you do?
I don't know. I did it all night. I just started snorting all night.
All night.
Snorting all night with this girl.
And then the next day, you're in the ER from what? What happens to you?
Heart palpitations. I was like nervous. I was having a heart attack, so I called an ambulance, and then they took me in. They said just a bunch of methamphetamines in my system, and and they kind of look at you like you're taking a bet up for somebody else, which they're right. Yeah. So that was fucking crazy. But to the Glendale EMTs, thank you for getting me out of that, because that would have been rough.
And now you've been sober since then?
Yeah, now I've been sober since then. I'm engaged.
Are you? Well, congratulations, dude.
Crazy. Now I'm like,
How long's it been?
We got engaged in October.
I mean, clean and sober.
Oh, about 2 years now.
2 years, all right.
Yeah.
What's your longest?
2.5.
2.5.
So we'll see. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna come. Yeah, I'll have a new. Yeah, we'll do another episode. That'd be me Skyping in from prison.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I know. I people come on and talk about addiction all the time, and they've literally said I can't have a drink. Like I can drink a half a beer and walk away from it.
Oh, wow.
And they'll say like I can't have one because I'll have 20, and then they're like that's not an exaggeration. Like I would.
No,
drink
I always
until
said if I could stop at 8, then I would be fine.
8.
Yeah.
What drugs haven't you done?
Never done heroin. I mean, I did oxy, but I never did heroin.
Acid?
Yeah, I done acid, but I don't remember it because I was too drunk.